Keith, a little bit more back to reality today.
Yeah, but it depends on where you stand, I guess.
Sure.
The good news for a lot of people here as we're into March is this will be the coldest day in the next 7, maybe even beyond that. So this is not that cold.
We've talked about this every year. I feel like St. Patrick's Day is a turning point.
Can be.
Yeah.
Depends which way it turns.
Correct. Yeah.
It's one of those it's like a canary in a coal mine situation. Where are you? I think this week is going to be good. Actually, St. Patrick's Day itself may be a little rainy. We'll get to that in a second, but temperature profile will be on the mild side. We get to 40 today in Portland, 38 in Wiscasset, 37 in Bangor. That felt okay when we had sun around, but then we very quickly clouded up through the middle of the day over southern Maine, and that cloud cover came in from the ocean and from the west at the same time, and now most of the state is clouded up with the exception of northern Maine still seeing some sun. Temperatures tonight drop down to the 30s. Cloud cover is going to be important because of what Ryan just talked about there. We do have a lunar eclipse tonight at 3 in the morning. Looks like the cloud cover is decent. It's not a slam dunk that you'll be able to see the moon, but it's also not overcast. So if you want to risk it, or if your schedule kind of allows that anyways, then take a look up there at around 3 in the morning. Tomorrow is a nice day. I think we start with a mixture of sun and clouds, end up sunny, temperatures upper 40s to around 50, really solid end to the work week. And then we talked about how the weekend was going to be mild. We knew that. It was just a cloud cover issue. And I think that has improved just a little bit on Saturday. You can see Saturday morning, still pretty cloudy, right? But by the middle of the morning to the middle of the day here, we start to get some holes in the cloud cover. I'm not sure it'll be quite this dramatic, but I think away from the immediate coastline over the mid-coast and down east, we're now increasing our chances of seeing some sun here on Saturday. And if we do, temperatures will rocket up there, probably warmer than this if we get into some sun away from the coast. It wouldn't surprise me to see some low 60s if we're able to do that. Again, down east, going to be a little trickier. I think just the way the cloud cover is hugging the coastline, maybe they'll get a little bit of sun, but probably not much. Back to clouds overnight Saturday, likely cloudy through the day on Sunday. It'll be a funky day Sunday because it'll be windy, breezy, windy out of the south. Temperatures will be able to get into the low to mid 50s. Isolated showers, but not a washout. So it's kind of all over the place. But I think it is generally a dry weekend. Saturday is probably the better of the 2 weekend days. All right, so just in case you didn't see the segment by Ryan just a few minutes ago, the total lunar eclipse is at 3 o'clock. Now, setting expectations here because most people don't think about this. This is not the equivalent of a solar eclipse in the sense that it goes away completely, right? It changes the hue. And it is cool to see, but it is not going to completely disappear from the sky during the eclipse. That's just not the way this works physically. So if you had FOMO from the solar eclipse, I don't think this will quite get it done for you. So there's Saturday, Sunday. Rain comes through Sunday night into Monday. And again, it looks rainy at least through the first half of the day for St. Patrick's Day. We'll see how the afternoon looks. Normally I'd say, okay, the evening looks okay on Monday, but this is somewhat traditionally like a little bit more of a middle of the day into the afternoon vibe on that. Yeah. But, do what you want. It looks nice on Tuesday in the mid-50s, and then we've got a chance to be in the 50s again Wednesday, Thursday next week. First day of spring officially is Thursday, and we may even be warmer than that 55, but I'm just trying to shade the middle right now. So not a lot of cold here.
Well, first day of spring coming right up.
Yeah, it doesn't always. Yeah, we don't have to talk about that at this advanced age, but it's
55.
Yeah, the Botox is working. They at some point, we had snowstorms on that day. This looks like, I can't speak for April, but it looks like we're kind of riding here through March.
Okay, thanks, Keith.